In this demo, we're going to look at the mAssetTag fixed asset verification solution. I'm going to start off as a finance team member, an asset manager, trying to schedule my asset verification count. I'm going to go into the asset scheduling tool, select my company code here, and look at all the drop downs from SAP that I need in order to identify the right assets and schedule a count. I have date parameters that I can use and pull a list of assets straight out of the SAP system. I'm going to select all the assets that need to be included part of my verification list that will then get pushed down to a team member who is going to perform the count. So I'm going to assign this to a user, select a target completion date. In this case, I'm going to select July 31st as my end date, and then set an expiry date for this list and hit on the submit button to send this to a person in the field or in a facility that is now going to perform the asset count. As soon as this process is complete, this list is then pushed to a user on their mobile device. They can log into the application, which connects real time and works disconnected as well, and pulls down the list of assets that need to be counted. So here you see a long list as well as a map view. So I can tap on the pinpoint where I have of my location where I have the assets, and then I can see all the assets listed and assigned to a specific location. In order to do the count, all the user needs to do is go back to their list and scan on an asset tag or an asset barcode. So as soon as I scan the asset tag, it looks up the asset details from SAP, brings up all the master data objects that need to be on the asset. I can even take a photo to catalog my fixed assets here. So I'm going to take a picture and then use that picture and store that picture against the asset in SAP, right? Once I review all of the asset details, I can update any custom fields I need to, and I can make sure the status says barcode scan verified and submit the status change or the count result back to SAP system. In this case, what it's also doing is it's uploading that picture that I took into my SAP system. So all of the users that log into SAP now have real-time access to that picture on the asset. To move forward, I scan the next barcode of the next physical asset. I review the results. I update the status and move on to the next asset. So once I go back to my list, all the assets that I've counted show up in green. So the next step is, how do I identify assets that I do not locate in the plant or facility? I can tap on update status and then select the asset not located button, and then select the reason why the asset was not located and put a note in there for my accounting team to take action on the asset. And then this information now gets pushed back to the desktop system for instant visibility to my accounting team, right? So now we'll see what the reconciliation process is for the accountant on their desktop. I'll tap into the asset inventory status, type in a specific batch number, or I can pull a list by company code if I need to, and then look at the results of the counting performed in the field. So you'll see the count results are color coded on the left side. In addition to that, I can, I have all the SAP master data fields in there. I can see who the user performed the count was, what date they performed the count, and what specific notes and statuses of each count results are. I can filter based on a specific status code and view individual assets or a list of assets that are filtered based on a specific code. In this case, I see the transferred asset, and I can even perform a transaction directly into my SAP system. So here I'm performing a retirement transaction. So I'm going to put in, a retirement date, and then I can fill in any other fields that I need to, and then I can just push that retirement into SAP. Remove the filters and look at the list again. Every status has a specific text code. I can also see notes that have been captured by my users in the field. So that gives me information if I need to replace barcode tags or scrap assets, etc. Right? The application supports geolocation, so I have the physical address of where the verification was done. So that way it meets all your compliance needs. So from an audit point of view, it captures the key results needed as part of the audit. I can tap on the dashboard button to view all of the results in a quick view KPI dashboard. So this shows me a bar chart of the different status codes. I can click on each one to get details and further drill down by double clicking on each one of these barcode tabs to go into the asset.